me feeling like I'm academics.
Candace Owens and all right.
Okay, everybody.
So, is this sped up? It is, right? I want to give you guys a real quick breakdown of what's going on, okay? Let me see if I can do this for Google Images. So, if you guys don't know, I feel like it was about a couple of months ago, Charlie Kirk murdered, okay? If you guys don't know, Charlie Kirk was murdered on Wednesday, September 10th, 2025, while giving a speech just like this. I believe it was moments before a bullet struck him in the neck and killed him, okay? The guy who was arrested for killing him was this guy here, supposedly a guy who was radicalized by, some of hatred for Charlie Kirk and the opinions he shared, and he felt it was his thing to take him out. The whole country reacted to the death of Charlie Kirk, okay? The entire country. And in their reaction to the death of Charlie Kirk, people have asked a lot of questions. Wait, how did this guy successfully do this assassination? There were images released, which were these, by the police of supposedly the shooter, which is Tyler Robinson. And they say this is him almost like going up the stairs to get on one of those roofs to shoot him in the neck and then subsequently kill him. Now, a lot of people say, nah, this is too crazy and coincidental. There's probably a bigger picture at play and a lot more conspiracy theory shit going on around this guy's death. Why? If you don't know, Charlie Kirk essentially runs an organization called Turning Point USA. It was one of the biggest organizations that galvanized youthful Republican voters to get active, especially for the last election that Trump won, that Trump could win the young vote, especially with, Caucasians and young working class voters. Okay? Now, one person for sure who does not believe that this random guy just went on a roof and pulled the trigger and killed him is Candace Owens. So Candace Owens has taken the time to compile a bunch of questions that she feels are suspect. Hey, how come a bullet gets fired, you don't duck, but he gets shot in the neck? Why is your behavior like that? Oh, who else possibly had access? Why, and essentially she's almost turned this into a full-blown investigation, even though the law authorities, they're investigating as well. Okay? Now, Candace Owens has pointed out many different questions that makes this entire situation about the death of Charlie Kirk look a little bit fishy. However, it culminated recently when the widow or the wife of Charlie Kirk said, you know what, her name's Erika Kirk. This is her, white lady on the left. She said, you know what, I'm going to sit down with you, Candace, and I want to go over every theory you have. And hopefully after this meeting, you could possibly change your mind on some things in terms of the conspiracy theory stuff. Now, keep in mind, Candace Owens was basically accusing his own organization, I'm talking about Charlie Kirk's own organization, of basically damn near engaging in a cover-up of Charlie's death. Anyway, after tensions got high, these two met up in a hotel or something like that, had a private conversation for 3.5 hours, and now we are here where Candace is back, and she's telling what happened with the meeting with Erika Kirk. Here we go.
Everybody, Shabbat Shalom. Just want to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody back at home. Happy Hanukkah to our greatest friends and allies. And, this is a good time to mention that Israel does have a right to defend itself. Tucker Carlson is Adolf Hitler. And TikTok does need to be purchased by the Mossad. It's just how I'm feeling today. I am not different. Maybe you are different. Welcome back to Candace.
Okay, let's skip past this a little bit.
Than when he tweeted a lot of years ago, just fired my manager because I realized I can't be managed.
So she's like, they had a private meeting, so she's like breaking down what this meeting was like for the regular folks. And some people feel like it's fishy because why have a private meeting when this entire thing that Candace has been doing is public, and she's kind of like publicly crowdsourced investigatory materials. Why does this need to be private?
Managed. That is me. That tweet right there, I was like, oh gosh, yes, Kanye, that I get this. Okay. Nobody is changing their mind anything. Well, how ridiculous would it have been if I'm doing all of this, investigating, asking all of these questions, and then Erika Kirk offers to answer some of these questions. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. I can't betray the people. I don't want any answers to the questions. I just want to ask them. No, this.
Okay. So at first she had like turned down a possible like maybe debate or whatever, but now she says, no, it's incumbent on me to go get the answers of some of the things I've been theorizing, and who better to get the answers from is a leader currently of Turning Point, but also the ex-wife of Charlie Kirk. We're talking about Erika Kirk. So she's going to explain her meeting with Erika Kirk, and you guys let me know what you think.
Like if it was going to be more of an argument, if there was going to be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water, but I didn't drink that water too. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, okay? And the conversation started with Justin Strife very sensibly saying, what are we looking to accomplish here? Like, what is the actual aim of this conversation? And he was pretty clear, and Erika was very clear, that they were sort of most upset with what obviously a bit of a fever pitch, what I tweeted, that it was a godforsaken company and people should not give money to it. And I have to own that. That's aggressive. That is actually aggressive in the retrospect. I was very frustrated. And I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to sit here and play like an hour for a show. I do want to say this. Candace, you're fucking good. By the way, the way you started your show, I could tell the arc you're about to go down next. Oh yeah, they kind of scared me. They said coded things to make me feel a certain way. Candace Owens knows where her bread is buttered at. Candace Owens knows that when she leans into conspiracy theories, people rock with her more. So to think that she's going to give up on this is absolutely ludicrous. I think she took this meeting to be able to continue the propaganda and some of the stuff that she's been like egging and leading the audience with, that the audience could support her even more. I think she's really slick. So whatever she's doing here, I do think she is skeptical of the death of Charlie Kirk, but I definitely think she's playing the audience because she's getting so many views.
I felt like we weren't getting any answers, and there were so many lies, and then I was getting attacked for asking all meaningful questions that was within their capacity to answer. And I told you, I definitely, my problem in life is that I can rise to anger very quickly. I shared with them that I really felt like I was under attack for telling the truth from the very beginning, like casually when I mentioned the Catholicism thing. Like, what was that about? I was like, look, I say something in a tribute to him, Alex Clark and Andrew Cole.
Okay, every time I cover this topic, I feel like you guys are always like, you're from Jamaica or something. Like, you guys say stuff, and I get it. That's the nature of politics. You try to diminish what I'm saying or like belittle it or try to, wait, hold on. Have I not been clear about what I think about Candace Owens? I think Candace Owens is brilliant. I think she's amazing, orator. I think she's an amazing talent, especially when it comes to interviews or doing a show. I had I supported her when she was at Daily Wire. I knew she was going to succeed when she left Daily Wire because she is a fucking star. Now, here's the thing. Candace Owens, I believe, is going down a slippery slope that kind of resembles Alex Jones, where there's just too much currency. And I'm not saying she's doing it for money, but the economy of kind of investigating these leads that make people feel like there's a conspiracy when there's not that much proof. Like Candace Owens, she's doing a great job of asking questions. She did the same with Black Lives Matter, except when she asked those questions, she didn't stop until she got the answers. Right now, we don't have the answers to most of her questions. And also, we don't know what her, I personally think that she just wants to get a popping show, but we're not getting much info on how she views things or what theory she thinks is the operative theory that would make people not think that Charlie Kirk got killed by some lone gunman. She wants to make us believe that this was a conspiracy among his own company, Israel, maybe the Trump's White House administration was involved in, like, kind of like censoring stuff. It sounds just ludicrous to me, and that's my issue with it, right? But I do think she knows how to get an audience. I think she's, she had a gut check moment today. I think she's a woman. She met with Erika Kirk. I'm pretty sure Erika was like, yo, listen, you're making our lives a living hell. Could you chill out? We'll give you all the info you want. Just ask whatever. We'll give you the info or give you like some insight that you could use. But could you stop like harassing us? And I think she was on some shit like, sure, right? But not for the right reasons. It's the reasons to be facetious. It's the reasons to later on say, I knew something was up. Or, even when she says, she starts out with these like Jewish like slogans or like, sayings at the beginning of her show, that she'll be like, yeah, I kind of got like, passively threatened by the Jewish state that I had to go, blah, 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 blah. I could see it from a mile away. So again, I rock with Candace, but I do think she is she's smart with using this particular moment to get what she wants, which is, I think, more attention and to further her platform. Big Mike says she didn't ask her to stop. Yo, come on, bro. Yo, you see a grieving widow online, basically like saying, like, I love Candace, but like, Candace, you're not bigger than the fucking program. You know why the wife is sitting down with you, because she wants you to stop talking shit. She wants to try to give you whatever info you want that she could possibly provide, that you stop talking shit and make her and her co-workers look like people who would cover up the death of someone that built that company. That's what's happening. Somebody said TPUSA is moving funny, including Erika Kirk. Okay, cool. But beyond just asking, I don't think asking questions is a problem. It's when you're trying to attribute what you believe is the truth, or you don't really if I'll give you an example. If I said this is a good example. I don't know. Anyway, the point with all that is that she's not really telling you what she thinks at all. She's like, I'm asking questions. And anytime she can find that someone is inconsistent, she's like, I told you, there's something here. But none of that is actually an evidence that they killed Charlie Kirk or evidence of a crime. A lot of times it's just evidence that, someone is, potentially forgetful of like a scenario, and maybe they said it went this way, but it was that way, or I waited 2 minutes before I did that instead of what. She's not giving us much. That's my issue with her. Right? And then also it's too lucrative to say, to kind of like cop a plea or be like, I was wrong. So she has to kind of ride this into the sunset. And no matter what they show her, they could like bring the body and be like, yo, look, feel inside the neck. Look, that's where the bone, the bullet went there and went there. She is convinced because financially it does make a lot of fucking sense. She needs to keep the gravy train going on, and I think she is she's 100% taking advantage of all the attention and eyeballs she has. Not saying her only motivation is money, but she's definitely encouraged by all of the attention, with her looking into a conspiracy theory that she can't prove. So she's going to keep doing it even more and more. Again, I'm not trying to say that no one else was not involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk, but she's definitely going on a long way to basically accuse, like, come on, bro. Like, how you damn near accusing, she stopped short, but damn near accusing his goddamn wife. Like, come on, bro. Like, do you think Charlie Kirk would have wanted you to even, like, at the end of the day, You're a blogger or you do a video podcast. Like, he married his wife. They got kids. He loves her. If she goes on, she doesn't owe you to be like, oh, she got to ask big bad Candace Owens to stop. Bro, she went on national TV and said, bro, I want one thing. Could I have my husband's legacy? Because y'all chill. She don't want to chill. Why? Because it makes too much money. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, give me 1 second. Yo, whoever sent that donation, man, you guys hit the nail on the